All right, we're still looking at area problems here. So here in these problems, we're going to want to find the area of the shaded region. So we only want this area in blue. So what we're going to have to do is take the area of the large object and then subtract away the area of the smaller object on the inside. So here we have a big rectangle that's 5 by 8. The area formula for rectangle, as we know, is length times width. So to find the area of that big rectangle, we're going to do 5 centimeters times 8 centimeters, which is going to give us 40 centimeters squared. So that is this area here, all of this. Right, but we don't want that whole area, we just want the shaded part. So we're going to have to subtract out the area of this little rectangle. Okay, so this little rectangle is 2 by 3. So again, it's a rectangle, so we have length times width. So this one is 2 by 3, so 2 centimeters by 3 centimeters will give us an area of 6 centimeters squared. So that's your unshaded region. We now need to subtract away the 6 centimeters squared here from the 40. So 40 minus 6. Right, 40 centimeters squared minus 6 centimeters squared is going to give us 34 centimeters squared. Right, so that's going to be the area of our shaded region. The area of the whole big rectangle is 40. The area of the small rectangle is 6. So we need to subtract away that 6 to get the area of just the shaded region. We can now go to the next slide. Let's look at the next slide. Okay, we got a couple more problems we can look at here. Here we have 2 circles. So we know the area formula for a circle is pi r squared. Right, so let's look at our big circle first. So the radius goes from the center of the circle to the circle itself. So we know the radius of the inside circle is 5, and we know we have an extra 3, so 5 plus 3 is 8. So we know the radius here is going to be 8, so our area formula is going to be pi times our radius of 8 squared. So 8 times 8 is 64. So we have 64 pi centimeters squared. Right, and you can multiply that pi out if you want to. I'm just going to leave it in there. And now we got to subtract away the inside figure. So the inside figure is a circle as well. So our area formula for a circle is pi r squared. And our radius for the inside circle would be 5. So we have pi times our radius of 5 squared. That's going to be 25 pi. So we don't want the area of the whole thing. We want only the area of the shaded part. So we're going to have to do, right, so 64 pi, which is about 201, that represents this total area here, all of this. 25 pi represents this white space in the middle. So what we need to do is take the 64 pi and subtract away the 25 pi, which is all this. So we need to do 64 pi minus 25 pi. All right, so we have 64 pi. Subtract away 25 pi. Right, which is about 78. So it's really like 201 minus 78. That's going to give us, that's 59 and 49, 39. So 39 pi. And then centimeters squared would be the area of our shaded region. All right, let's look at one more as an example, and then we'll look at 2 more. Right. So here you have a square and a circle. So the area of our square is a rectangle, so it's length times width. So we have 10 by 10. So that's going to be 100 centimeters squared. Right. So our diameter for our circle, this length here is 10, right? Because this piece is 10, our diameter across here is also 10. Okay, so since that's 10, we know we have a radius of 5 because the radius is half the diameter. So this piece here would be 5. So to find the area of our circle, we're going to do pi r squared, and our radius is 5, so pi times 5 squared. So that's going to be 25 pi. Right, if we put that in our calculator, it's approximately, I believe it's 78 point something. Let's check. So 25 times pi, 78.5 centimeters squared. And then we can subtract 100 from that. I'm sorry, that from 100. So again, the area of the whole thing is 100, but we need to subtract the white area, which is the circle. So we're going to do 100 minus 78.5, which is going to be 21.5 centimeters squared. I'll just do one more example. Again, you don't need to watch this if you get the idea. But let's do this last, well, we'll do this one. All right, so I'm going to find the area of the large rectangle here. So the large rectangle, so 5 plus 4 plus 5, that's going to be 14. And then 5 plus 4 plus 5 is 14. So the area of the large rectangle here, rectangle's length times width. So it's going to be 14 by 14, which is 196 meters squared. So our area here is going to be 196 meters squared. Okay. And then I noticed 4 rectangles for the white area, which are 5 by 5. So we have area equals length times width. And that's going to be 5 by 5. So 5 times 5 is going to give us 25 meters squared. Okay, and that's 25 for each of them. So 25 for this one, 25 for this one, 25 for this one, 25 for this one. So we need to take the area of the whole thing, which we found to be 196, right? 196 was the area of the whole thing here, all of this. So we need to do 196 minus, right, 25, minus 25, minus 25, minus 25. Right, so that's basically minus 100. Right, we need to subtract away this 25, subtract away this 25, subtract away this 25, and subtract away this 25. So essentially you're subtracting 100, and that should leave you with 96 meters squared as your area of the shaded region. Okay, so those 4 examples are there. Again, I will be online every morning, 8:15 to 11:15 if you need any help to complete the assignment.